integrate them into the physical activity. And it was very nice for me to, when I discovered that picture. You can see that this is happening in Barcelona, and it seems that there is no any from Barcelona here. There is no any participant from Barcelona. It exists. About people involved, human resources involved in the sport facilities development. Try to get people from the local area and community. This is a good step to call from a special community. If you can get a leader as an employed or as a volunteer, but a leader involved in your activities, it will be a great opportunity to call for the participation of them. Of course, provide to your leaders of a specific training, how to take care of some special behaviors, how to attend this diversity of culture into the same lessons. Let them be creative and flexible. One of the things that we have discovered into this sport facility is that the regular practice of physical activity for some communities is very difficult because they change job. The special ladies cannot follow a program of physical activity because in some cases their own families don't accept that role for young ladies, especially coming from musulmans, for instance. Then what does it mean? It means that if you have created a physical activity course and you have 25 people registered, try to help to your leaders to be flexible if one day you have only 3 people participating in the lesson. Try to be flexible if these 3 people are 3 people from different communities. Try to let them to be creative in the activity to organize. Adaptation capacity, as I told you. You must be, as a leader, as an instructor of this sport facility, you must be able to organize a lesson depending on the people participating at this lesson. What mission do you need to give? What kind of activity you need to introduce? Try to not change the leader so often. If you, for a lot of people, not only communities, all people, the leader in the sport facility is the reference of the sport facility and the reference of the activity. If you change, if you have a high rotation of leaders, it will become a problem because you are changing the referent daily and you are changing the referent. Use of simple messages. Do not say, no, we are going to develop the cardiovascular resistance because your body has a heart. No. Try to give some messages because in some cases the language barrier is a first limitation to access to physical activity. Try to give short inputs about what are you going to do in the physical activity. Take care with the specific cultural behavior. For instance, if some communities don't accept to kiss men to women, don't try to meet these women, men and women in that way. If some people, if in some communities the personal touch is not well accepted, try to attend that special behaviors. These are not bad, not good. These are the cultural behaviors. And give message about benefits of physical activity according to health. Of course, trying to use simple messages, but try to announce always how important it is to get good physical condition for your health. According to financing, and sport facility must be economically sustainable. It doesn't matter if money is coming from the state or it's coming from private initiative, but be sure that money is coming, because the worst that can happen is if your sport facility is the state, the maintenance, the cleanliness is not as good as it was in the origin. Because that will mean that the initiatives, as this facility has been built to integrate some communities, and now they have not resources and they have authorities have no intention to invest there and to renew if the facility needed. Need to close a business plan, of course, you need that. Some expenses must be attended any time or any year and so on. Take care that water installations must be changed in 10 years, in 15 years, it doesn't matter. But do a business plan, because if you don't have the business plan, it will be really difficult to get the economical resources, because in fact you don't know exactly how many money do you need. You need to know where are your limits in terms of financial rate. You need to know that if you are building the biggest outdoor swimming pool that ever was built, be realistic that you will need to maintain, you will need to clean, and so on. And it costs money. And that means, where are your limits? Try to not cross your limits. That's important. Leadership not financed by state does not mean for free. The way to introduce physical activity for free, it can be not the best way to introduce. Because €1 is €1. And I think all people can pay €1. It doesn't matter if your incomes are so low, but the service has a cost, and you must educate people that this cost must be covered, or the value for this cost for you can be €1. That's okay, but this is the value. To offer activities for free normally doesn't work very well. And I have some experiences from my colleagues in Zagreb about what does it mean if the public policy is do that for free. If you do that for free, people will not find the value of that. The other thing is, okay, how will we cover the expenses? Okay, we will need public funds and so on. But please, not for free. €1 is not free, it's €1. Cost and disposition of equipment, I have mentioned that. Take care if you invest a lot of money in things that perhaps will provoke a negative reaction. Sometimes there are other needs in some communities, in some areas. Don't spend as much money as you need in the small facility. Don't do the best design, the best building, the nice windows design and so on. Try to take into account that the amount of money that you are going to invest must be announced and must be understood. Make it transparent, investment, operating expenses. When I told you self-confidence, the first step to self-confidence is be transparent. The account, the budget for this year will be that way. The investment in the next couple of years will be that, we will do that, and be open in that cases. I am not saying try to explain your salary, no. Be open in the way that where are you going to invest the money, what will be the change that you will change in the future, and so on. And try to cooperate with private initiative, factories, workshops, fitness companies, chains. Try to look for some synergies or some, again, the two faces slide. The special clubs of Tai Chi, of martial arts, and so on. People are interested in learning Tai Chi, but perhaps they are against Chinese community, and they don't want to have a Chinese community 2 houses below yours. 2 slides of the same slide. That's exciting. Do you know what's Bollywood? This culture of in India, this special. In fact, Bollywood comes from Hollywood. This is the special industry of cinema, star system in India. Believe me, in Barcelona, in my city, there are a lot of people crazy, not Indians, Barcelona people crazy for Bollywood activities. They attend concerts, they rent movies, they use internet to check what happened. And probably they are disappointed to get an Indian community 2 streets down. And Bollywood means it's a big industry, and here the newspaper announced that fans, people following that Bollywood industry, outside India are a huge number of people. It's not followed only by Indian and Pakistani. A lot of other cultures follow this kind of cultural manifestation. This is an example about what does it mean intercultural dialogue if behind we have some business. Because They are talking about 400 million people following that kind of things, and it employs up to 6 million people in this Bollywood. Okay, that's an example. Again, a picture about Stomach Dance Academy. These people able to pay 400, 500 euros just to do a course, special course about how to learn to move like an Egyptian. Okay, but Egyptians be there. I would like to learn your dance. This is a part of the cultural dialogue. An example about what happened in some schools in Catalonia. They adapt the menus, the menus of lunch, the lunch time. They adapt the things to eat to attend the cultural diversity. And this is a nice experience. That means that at lunchtime in schools, in public schools, most of them has over 50% of people coming from other communities. They organize a special menu just to attend that sensibilities. If you are Muslim and you cannot eat a special cow or kill way to produce meat, then you are attending in the schools. Well, sorry that it was too fast. For me, it was an exciting thing to show you. And thanks for your attention. And